We've been telling you about the New York newspaper that published the names and addresses of citizens who have gun permits. But now one county is fighting back. The Putnam County clerk is refusing to release that information that was requested by the Journal News.
I wasn't elected to please the Journal News. I was elected to care for the well-being of my citizens in Putnam County. And that's exactly what I'm doing. My phone has been flooded with phone calls from citizens from Rockland County and Westchester County, fearful for their lives and their safety, and the safety of the family and the neighborhood. These laws were written over 30 years ago. We didn't have computers. We didn't have social media. We didn't have Google Maps. It's an invasion of people's privacy.
Joining us is a lawmaker who backs that clerk's decision, New York Senator Greg Ball. Senator, thanks so much for being here.
Good to be here.
Why do you disagree with the names and addresses being published?
I mean, it's a boneheaded move. It's a malicious slap in the face. People have to realize that these are folks obeying the law. They've done everything right. The Journal News has never created an interactive list of three-degree sexual predators. They didn't create a list of illegal firearm purchases or criminal history of illegal firearm purchases. Over 95% of gun crimes are committed using illegal firearms. They're a left of a left editorial board, and they try to connect the atrocity in Connecticut somehow with this maneuver to try to justify it. We have victims of domestic violence that have called my office who have now the stalkers and whatnot are back a couple days before Christmas when this happened. We live in New York City, right? The metropolitan area. We have a lot of New York City police officers who are retired, live in our area. You know, they put the worst of the worst away. We're talking about bad people, rapists, thugs, murderers, gang members, and now the Journal News created an interactive map to allow those people to get to the doorstep of these first responders.
Why would the county give this information up? There's all sorts of behavior that's regulated by the state.
Yeah.
Painkillers, for example. Would the county give the names of everyone who has a painkiller prescription? Probably not. Why would it's such bad judgment to give this information?
Well, it's good that the Putnam County had the intestinal fortitude not to do it. Now, the snot-nosed attorneys from the Journal News are certainly going to come. There's going to be a process. And we need to make sure legislatively that there's a law in place like Massachusetts has, like Florida has, to make sure that this information is not disseminated.
But by the way, there is a law that allows it to be disseminated.
Right.
The Freedom of Information Act allows the newspaper to ask the county executives, clerks, for this information, and they must turn it over. That clerk that we just showed is actually in violation of the law right now.
Well, this is the Journal News perspective. From my perspective, it's an unwarranted violation of privacy. That's an exemption under the FOIA request, and also the fact that somebody's lives at risk. We're talking about public safety. And you know what's going to happen over the next couple of days is that law enforcement officials from across the state are coming together to demand that the Journal News rescind their actions and that we move forward legislatively. This isn't a Second Amendment issue. This is a privacy issue. We have gun control people, and we have Second Amendment people who are coming together and saying, Journal News, what the hell are you doing? You're putting our communities at risk. You've created a Christmas shopping list for criminals like they've testified to, and it's really just a boneheaded maneuver.
So if crimes result as a result of this information being disseminated, if houses are burglarized, the guns stolen, maybe used in the commission of another crime, could the newspaper be held accountable for that?
You know, the Westchester County Police Benevolent Association has said that if any of our 25,000 members, many of which live in my district throughout Westchester, Putnam, and Dutchess, are harmed or their families are harmed, that that community is going to hold the Journal News accountable. I hope that it doesn't happen, but we have seen in other states when similar actions have been taken that people have been hurt. And we saw just a couple weeks back what happens when you give a nut a little bit of leeway. And the fact that they created an interactive map, this isn't 30 years ago. Somebody can go on that map, click on that map, link it with Google Earth, and be on somebody's doorstep in less than 30 seconds.
Pretty over the top.
New York State Senator Greg Ball, thanks so much.
Thank you.